if you have a Tacoma, is your truck the same as mine? It just feels like there's a lead weight up there underneath the leading edge of the hood. So when you open it, you've got a lot of weight there. And not a big issue, but if you were to accidentally let that slip and slam shut, no telling what would happen. But the other reason is in the dark. If you try to open the hood, there's no light underneath there. And so that rod that you pull up and you put into a little hole in the hood so that the hood stays open, it's difficult to find that in the dark. So what I'm hopeful is that when you open the hood, these struts will keep the hood open. Not only will they assist in opening it, making it easier to open, but they'll keep them open like most cars do. So if that's the case, then you don't have to worry about trying to find that little hole in the dark. But of course you can still go ahead and use it, I would assume. So we'll find all that out here after the installation. Okay, so I'm here with Dustin, and yep. Dustin is going to crank the wrenches for me, and that'll allow me to work the cameras here, right?
That works. So that works. We have a 2018 Toyota Tacoma, and for you Tacoma owners out there, you guys know that this hood is not light.
Seriously.
And when you have everything on here, it's rather difficult to get this up. And just imagine if you're out on a trail and you have to do all this while holding it up.
Yeah, I have to try to find that hole in the dark. I'm feeling around. So.
I bet that's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
So today we are going to install a kit that we have found. It seems to be fairly simple. There are 2 of the pistons, 2 of the mounting brackets, and 4 of the mounting bolts. And I believe that these are just extras that they send in just in case. I'm not absolutely positive. It didn't say in the manual. The manual's pretty much self-explanatory. You're going to need a 12 and a 10 millimeter sockets. I just have both of them out here. It's up to you which one you like. Standard ratchet, and I also have an extension just in case I need it. Yeah, the instructions, they say that just about anybody can do it. I'm okay with, at least I know the differences between the two, and I can follow directions pretty good. So we're going to start right here with step number 1. And that is this bolt right here. This is a 10 millimeter bolt, and I'm going to grab my 10 millimeter. There it goes. You got to remember that I'm backwards right now. And I've got big hands, so I like to use the extension when the deep well when I can, just so that I can.
So what are those wires on there, Dustin?
All right, so it looks like this is the ground to the battery. This is a grounding lug for the battery. For one of your lights is grounded here also. I'm not really sure what this ground goes to, but they're all grounded here. And we're just gonna take the old bolt out and put the new one in.
So we just leave the wires.
Leave the wires right just as they are. Okay. And that's what the instructions say. If you go back to that and look, it will show the same. Take you off. I think this is just to keep the washer in place. And we'll take you like that, right through the middle. So that seemed pretty easy. And that would be a 12 millimeter. US 12. Put it right on up. And once you get it hand tight, put it on. And let's take it down until it's tight. And there you go.
Just good and firm?
Good and firm. 1/4 turn past tight seems pretty good to me. It's definitely not going nowhere. We got step 2. Oh, I guess it wants me to do that side next.
Okay.
Yeah, all right. So if you go around to the other way. All right, for those that don't know, people will try to pull these panels up, and that is not how you remove these panels. You put your thumbs right here behind this and just pop it forward. And there's one back here. You might have to a little bit more popping on.
Oh, I see. So they
slide in they slide in and lock. You see that?
Yeah.
So, yeah, you don't try to pop them out here because these little plastic breakers will break on you, and it is a pain.
Okay, got it.
So, set that up off to the side, and they said there's a hole right here, and there it is. And let's see how it doesn't look too difficult to get in there. Well, what might have to do is take that
Air filter.
filter, just unclip it, but there it goes. And yeah, I think I'm gonna just, for my own convenience, I'm gonna just pop this up and out of the way for a second. Might have to get me a 12mm wrench.
That air filter is attached to the snorkel there. Comes through the side wall.
Side wall. Yep, I think I'm gonna have to get me a. Let's see. Well, good old adjustable wrench will always do the job.
The 12 isn't in there?
No, there's no. You don't have any wrenches itself in here. Good old adjustable wrench will always do the job. Get on, and it just takes a little bit longer, that's all. Keep going down until it snugs into place.
So far there's been no special tools or anything?
No. We can add adjustable wrench to it, or a 12mm open end wrench. Whatever works.
So is this metric, the parts? Okay. Well, that's good since the rest of my truck is metric.
Yeah, I think that would be kind of funny if you know, went on and put standard bolts in a metric truck. I think this was a factory ground at some point in time, and he just utilized where it sits. So it will be a lot. It'll be a little more difficult to tighten it in because it's got the factory paint down in the threads. So that might be. It might seem like it's not going in the way it's supposed to, but that's probably the biggest reason. And same thing, quarter turn pass tight. It's about the most that you ever want to put on it. That I can, at least that's what I was told. There it is. And now that we're at tight, make sure down on it pretty good. And quarter turn. There it is. And there you go. That was I think that's going to be the hardest one out of the whole thing.
Dustin, one of the things that concerned me when I was thinking about doing this myself is the weight. So when you're putting those struts on, are we going to be able to put the struts on with the stand like this?
Yes.
Or do we have to, and
Nope.
We don't have to take any of the hinges off?
Well,
over
you have
there?
to take the top 2 bolts of the hinges off, but all the weight's going to be supported exactly where it was before. There's no extra supporting that you're going to have to do because we're not going to, the rear bolts will keep the hood in place just as it was sitting here. Now, if you tried to close it with one of the bolts on there, it would probably close crooked or, get it out of alignment. But what we're doing right now, there's no need for any support.
So there's no danger of the hood falling?
No, I mean, unless you kick this out of the way,
right.
Then it's going to come down on you, but I don't think so.
Okay, well, that's good to know.
Let's see. All right, so it says put the pistons on here. Well, this is the theory. We have 2. One's a little bit longer than the other.
Yeah, I noticed that.
And I was trying to rotate it to see that is there, because it's not in the instruction. It doesn't say left or right, but I guess we'll have to use a little bit of common sense. Let's get the brackets on, and we'll see. It should just line up from the way the guy explained it. I think that it should be self-explanatory.
So one of the nuts is further out, the one on the passenger side.
It sits further out. And,
Yeah.
Common sense would say this would be it.
Yeah.
But
the longer one.
what do you think?
Right. So it would be nice if they had included
Labeled.
that in
Yeah, if they just put or put them in the
sticker.
instruction. Yep.
Mhm.
A little stamp would have said L or R, like the good old brackets.
Yeah.
So moving on to the next we have these brackets. They are labeled left and right.
Yeah, stamped in there.
Stamped in there. And from the instructions, we'll flip the page on the instructions right here, and it shows pretty good. I think they took that picture off your car.
Yeah, same color.
So this is the left side. I have the left side in my hand, and it will go on like that. It goes on just like that. So we're going to take out that 14 millimeter. Yeah, that's a 12. We're going to take out this 12 millimeter nut right here. Bolt, and put the bracket in. It'll sit just like that and bolt right back into place. So that hole, that hole that's right there will go. This bolt will get pulled out. This will go rest right in place like that, and then you'll bolt it right back up, and that's the only thing that it says to do.
Okay.
So let's get to doing it.
Put it on tight.
I sure did. Pull it out.
Yeah, so there's not anything holding the hood there. It's just kind of resting there.
Yeah, there's a second bolt down here
Oh,
on the
there
bottom.
it is. Okay, good.
And it says just put it on just like that. Get it started. And always remember to switch it over.
Oh, yeah. Turns the right direction.
Yeah. And I think that's it. There it goes. Well,
Awesome.
alrighty, well, let's do the other side and see what happens. Not the sharpest or the fastest. It says right?
Yeah, but
Okay. That's
so there. This is a question. There L and there R that on those brackets. Does that mean that we're looking at it from the front here like we are right now? Because if so, that R would be on the other side.
You're right. Oh, let's just. Oh, yeah. If you look at the picture. Look at the picture. That side is that, and the hump is out here. And the big one is on this side.
The R that is on there must be talking about from inside the truck perspective instead of out here.
Yeah, normally if they say the right side of the truck.
Be nice if they said passenger and driver.
There we go. Take this bolt right on back out. I think I can do that by hand. There we go. And all right, take a bracket, line it back up. Take the bolt, get back in the hole. We'll get it started. Somehow I'll get it started. There it is. There you go. That's hand tight. And you know, if you look at it, it kind of lines itself up with the sides here. If you see the
Kind of bends in
it kind of
towards the center of the
right.
truck.
And there that is. Okay. Well, there you go. That's two.
It amazes me that it's not, I would think the bracket would be up here somewhere so that you've got more.
Well, I'll tell you, some of those brackets you get, you can push in with your hands. You can't move those. So I'm thinking they're pretty strong. And they're going to have to be. These are the upper bolts. And it says it right on these are these. They come with the washer and the lock nut that's on there. And it says to put it on, so it will go on like Right. Looks like it says does it go in or out? In. Look right here. Yep, so it goes in. So it'll go just like that.
Excuse me for getting the camera so far.
Oh no, you're good. You're good, bud. So that looks like we'll need two different to tighten these guys down. But I'm gonna go ahead and put the other one on, and then we'll come back in.
Sizes.
Yep. But we can make that happen.
Yeah.
We'll go back to this one and do the same over here. And there it is. It's a little awkward, but probably could make it work. There you go. That one's good and tight. We'll go over to the next one. Try it again this way. Put it on the same way. Good. That's pretty good there. And there we go. Well, let's see what happens. We both agree that the bolts, the lower piston bolts that are here and here, that one is definitely closer to that side. So
yes,
safe assumption to put the shorter piston on this side, the longer piston on that.
right.
And is what it says is it should just clip right on. It shouldn't be little to no effort whatsoever. And it does say clip the bottom lock first.
There's snap.
Well, that was pretty easy. All right, so this upper piston, both of them do the same thing. They rotate forward and back for orientation purposes. Mm-hmm. So and it doesn't. This shaft doesn't spin, but the tip does. It can lengthen or shorten. I'm assuming depending on the process. So now it doesn't really say how to. I'm assuming you'll have to lift up on the hood, and this will get clipped in, and then we'll just have to go to the other side. And that's the only thing I could think of.
Okay.
So let's see what happens. So yeah, that would work. We can lift together. That'll be all right.
I'll get this free.
And I'll just pop on there. That's on.
You want to put the stand back up right now?
Well, I don't think the stand will reach.
On.
I don't think the stand will reach.
Oh.
I just want to let's just take a little pressure off and just see.
Okay.
All right, hold it up. And we'll grab the other one real quick. I'll pop you on.
So this is the step where two people are handy here.
Definitely handy.
Yeah.
And
you want to push it up more? Or?
There we go. Let's see. Nope. Well, that might be an issue. Can you? Oh, you got it?
Yeah.
Okay. There's a little clip here, and that clip will allow you to release it if you need to get it off. You can use a small flathead screwdriver, anything.
So, tell me why we're removing this.
Because I believe that these pistons are backwards. You look at it from one in the video.
The picture there.
The picture there. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
And I think the
Push up more, down.
Oh, I think it's just got to get some leverage on it. Man, come out.
What about a soft rubber mallet?
Come up.
Okay, we got it.
And I'm going to move this guy up out of the way. If you want to grab the stand, I'll grab the stand
And put it on?
I got the.
Okay, I'm going to let go of the camera.
No, you can hold it.
Okay, let her down. There we go.
All right, so let's look at that again. So in this step right here, it shows, okay, so the shaft goes down. So this side is right. So that side is wrong. And it's okay.
We just got to turn it around.
Switch it there, just switch it around.
So just to explain so that people understand better, what are we doing now?
Okay, so the piston side of it actually goes towards the bracket.
Okay, towards the
and
hood.
the shaft side goes towards the frame itself.
Okay, so we got it upside down. Okay.
And it happens.
Not a big deal.
Not a big deal. We're professionals.
So yeah, how is it that you remove those?
There's a, if you look up here, there's this little clip here. If you slide it up, and once I get it off, we'll look at it better.
Okay.
But this little clip is basically a spring, and it locks down on the ball once it's on there. And if you push this up and out of the way, it releases the tension.
Got it.
And
okay.
Some of them are a lot easier to do than others. And this one had, I think I'm going to need a little bit more light just to make sure I can get in the, there it goes. There. Okay.
You got it off.
You set it back down. All right, so if you see, is this little clip, all you do is take any flathead, anything, and you start here and just push it up, just enough to get it off, and then push it back down into place. Okay. It won't change it doesn't bend the clip, it doesn't do any of those things. Won't hurt the whether or not it stays into place. And there you go, and that is
Awesome.
awesome sauce. So now
that we know which way is up. I've been struggling with that all my life.
Yep, me and you both, bud. Me and you both. We're gonna try that again, and we'll pop that one on, and I'm gonna go with the lift again.
Lift again.
So I'll lift, and you put the rod down. There we go. And pop you into place. That's one, and then I'll go over here, and we'll.
About as far as it wants to go up.
Yeah. Not really sure there, but it's no. Well, bud, I'm not absolutely positive, but that was following instructions, and we're on the right bolt over there. It's definitely in the right position, and I don't see any other hole or anything really. That's
No, I think that's it.
I wonder if we pop this one off, put this one in, compressed it from using that side, and then pull the hood down to put this one on. You know, this one will just stay under pressure. Does that make sense what I'm saying?
Well, so
Open the hood up higher on that side, get this one in.
Oh, I see.
Compress it down with this side, and then pop this one on.
I like that idea. Very good.
Let's just see what happens, brother. I'm gonna have it in place. So what I'm gonna have you do, once I get this one popped free, you're gonna hold it up higher. I'll go to the other side, and
Okay, I got it.
yep. Well, you got the hood.
Yeah.
Okay. Alrighty. Come on off there. Thank you. All right. So now we'll go to the other side.
So right now nothing's connected.
Nothing's connected. We'll come bring it up a little more. And then put that one on. It's on. That's on. Okay. Should be able to let it go. It should be just fine. Now this guy, let me reset the clip. I wonder how far. No, that can't be. So now we're only.
Seems like that would create unequal pressure on both sides.
You'd think. I don't know. Maybe that's on purpose. Oh, we'll come down.
Squeeze her down. Went on nice and easy.
Yeah, you're on. Both sides are on. On. This guy's on. There you go. All righty. Well,
why do you think that it's not flush up against, there's that gap right there?
No idea. It's the same on both sides.
Yeah.
No earthly idea why that would be a good email question.
Yeah. So now we're putting on the plastic side.
Plastic back on.
We're gonna do that. Oh, it's just this one side. And so it's not just pushing it straight down. You've got to kind of push it from the interior towards the side, towards you.
And get her down around this guy. So that's one, and that's two, and that's three. Pop them in.
Awesome.
There it is. Well,
I have 3% battery left.
We are doing good. All right, make sure we're good. That's on, locked, and locked. Let's move on. Make sure all tools and extras are out of the way.
So right now it is standing open by itself without the stand.
And
that's awesome.
That is super awesome. I don't see anything. It looks clear to me.
Yeah, agree.
Let's see what happens.
Feel easier?
Well, definitely easier when it got to the halfway point. Pulling it down was a little.
Yeah, I usually drop it about half a foot.
Well, you're not gonna be able to drop it half a foot anymore. And maybe that's a part of it.
That's true.
Oh, that is so much easier.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
Wow.
I think that's a success.
I would say so. Yeah.
It just feels like when you're pulling down on it the first time, I maybe that's on purpose, for rigidity. I'm not really sure, but when you first pull down on it, it's
it's tough there to make sure it stays open, I guess.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, but it is definitely, that's a whole lot easier right there.
You just get your fingertips on it.
Anybody can do this. It is fairly simple. The mechanics of it is very simple. We ran into a couple of situations, as you guys seen, and we'll get back to you guys on what the fix is, and maybe we did it right, maybe we didn't, maybe it's the wrong year. Not really sure, but anybody could do this install. It really is that simple. And I think that if once we figure out what the reasoning was for the piston not to fit in place like the other one did, I think it would go rather quickly. I think our total time working on it, maybe 30 minutes, maybe 45?
45.
Yeah. So,
because we're taking time making a video.
Right. So, I really believe that anybody could do this. It didn't hurt the structure of the car. It didn't do anything different. You just screwed a couple more screws in, unscrewed, bolted to, that type of stuff. So I think we're gonna be all right. It definitely changed the way that you open this lid. I do like that. I do give it 2 thumbs up, and I think once we get all the kinks worked out, I think it'll be a good product to have on your truck.
Awesome.